This video demonstrates how to perform Pure Tone Audiometry, Speech Audiometry, and the Tone Decay Test using the Labat AudioSoft Platform. To access the software, enter your user ID and password, then click Login. If you require AudioSoft login credentials, please contact the Labat support team. To begin testing, click the Patients icon. You can either add a new patient or select an existing patient from the patient list. Once the patient has been selected, click the Pure Tone icon to open the Pure Tone interface. Let's take a quick look at the interface. The first icon allows you to add a new patient or search for an existing patient. The next icon displays the patient's history. The following icon provides access to the patient's previous test reports. The Start New Test icon is used to begin a new test. After performing the A, C, B, C, or FF tests for both ears, press Save to save the test results. Make sure all required tests for both ears are completed before pressing Save. If the test is performed and saved for one ear first, and then performed and saved for the other ear, two separate audiograms will be generated. To include all test results in a single audiogram, complete the required tests for both ears before pressing Save. The Cancel Test icon discards the current test. The Print icon allows you to print the test report. The Comments icon is used to add or edit comments for the selected test. The Talk Over icon allows the clinician to communicate with the patient through the microphone during testing to provide test instructions. The Talkback icon enables the clinician to listen to the patient's voice through the monitoring microphone. The Keyboard icon enables keyboard-based operation, allowing you to perform software functions using the keyboard instead of the mouse. When keyboard mode is enabled, press the space bar to present the stimulus and press Enter to mark the threshold on the audiogram. Click the ear icon to switch between the left and right ear. Use the tone and warble icons to select the required stimulus type. Use the normal and invert icons to switch between the two modes. Use the continuous and pulse icons to select either a continuous or pulsed stimulus. The A, C, B, C, and FF icons allow you to switch between air conduction, bone conduction, and free field testing. When free field is selected, you can switch between non-aided and aided testing using the available options. Click the Masking button to enable or disable masking during testing. These controls are used to adjust the test frequency and intensity level. Use these icons to select the desired masking type. The B button displays the speech banana on the audiogram. The HL button switches the display to hearing level. The S button displays the stimulation limit. To view individual or combined live audiograms, select the appropriate icon according to your requirement. To begin the Pure Tone Audiometry test, click the Start New Test icon. Set the test frequency and intensity as per your discretion. Present the stimulus by left-clicking the mouse and check for the patient's response. If the patient responds, continue reducing the intensity until the hearing threshold is identified at that frequency. Mark the threshold by right-clicking the mouse and follow the same procedure for the other required frequencies. If masking is required, click the Masking On button to enable masking and select the appropriate masking type. Next, switch to bone conduction and repeat the same procedure to obtain and mark the bone conduction thresholds. Next, click the ear icon to switch to the right ear and repeat the same procedure for right ear testing. After completing air conduction testing, switch to bone conduction. You can either perform the bone conduction test for the right ear by following the same procedure or apply the same bone conduction thresholds from the left ear to the right ear by clicking BC L equals R. This will apply the left ear bone conduction thresholds to the right ear at all test frequencies. Please note that if the left ear bone conduction thresholds have already been marked and you mistakenly select BC R equals L and confirm the action, all previously marked left ear bone conduction thresholds will be overwritten. Once the test is complete, click the Save Test icon. Enter the required test comments, then click Save. A PDF copy of the test report will open shortly. To delete a marked threshold, go to that particular frequency, press spacebar key to provide the stimulus, and then press Delete from keyboard to remove the marked threshold. To change the threshold at a particular frequency, go to that frequency and select New Threshold, press spacebar key to provide the stimulus, and then press Enter to mark the new threshold. If there is no response from patient at a particular frequency, for all intensity levels, provide the stimulus at highest intensity for that frequency and press N on the keyboard to mark the response as no response. To delete the marked no response, simply provide stimulus at that frequency and press Delete key on the keyboard. To begin the speech audiometry test, click the speech icon to open the speech audiometry testing window. There are 36 spondee words stored in device memory for speech test. If you wish to add or remove spondee words from the speech word list, go to Settings and open Speech Words list. Here, you can add or remove words according to your requirements. Click Update to save the changes. The changes will take effect after restarting the application. Click the Start New Test icon to begin a new speech audiometry test. Set the stimulus intensity according to the patient's hearing threshold. Click Play to begin the test. Use these icons to mark the patient's responses. If you need to change the intensity during testing, click Pause, adjust the intensity, and then click Resume to continue the test. Continue the test as required and mark the patient's responses accordingly. Click the Save Test icon to save the test. To switch to auxiliary mode, click the A icon. This test is useful when a patient may not fully understand English words. The audiologist can play recorded words in the patient's native language to administer the test. Connect an external audio source, such as a mobile phone or a CD player. Set the required stimulus intensity. Click Play to begin the test. Use the Yes and No buttons to mark the patient's responses. Click the Save Test icon to save the test. To switch to live voice mode, click the M icon. Set the stimulus intensity according to the patient's hearing threshold. The audiologist can use the built-in microphone or a talk-over headset to present speech stimuli. The talkback microphone can be used to receive the patient's verbal responses. Click Play to begin the test. Mark the patient's responses using the available response buttons. Click the Save Test icon to save the test. To begin the Tone Decay test, click the Tone Decay Test icon to open the Tone Decay Test window. Set the test frequency and intensity according to the patient's hearing threshold. Click the Start New Test icon to begin the test. Instruct the patient to press and hold the patient response switch for as long as the tone is audible. Click the Play button to present the stimulus. If the patient holds the response switch for less than 60 seconds, the stimulus intensity will automatically increase by 5 decibels and the test will continue. If the patient holds the response switch continuously for 60 seconds, the response is considered sustained, and the test will end automatically. Once the test is complete, perform the test on the other ear and click Save Test icon. Enter the required test comments, then click Save. A PDF copy of the test report will open shortly. This completes the testing procedures for Pure Tone Audiometry, Speech Audiometry, and Tone Decay Test using the Labat AudioSoft Platform.